So you're my clone, huh? Yep. Well, what are clones supposed to talk about? Well, I don't really know. Well, what do you think is the coolest thing that we've ever done? Astronaut training.
What? Okay, alright. We got a lot to cover in this video. First of all, I don't have a clone. I just watched Back to the Future and they have all those scenes where they have like the same actor playing two characters, and I wanted to see how hard that would be. Turns out it's really easy. Second of all, I did astronaut training, so let's talk about that. So I've had experience weightlessness on my life list since the very beginning. And this has proved to be a tricky one. The reason being that, well, space is really, really hard to get to. So there's a private company that is contracted by NASA, but it's not NASA itself, that is converted in an airliner, just like the one you would fly anywhere on a commercial flight. They've taken out all the seats, they've made a bunch of special rules with the FAA, so that they have this giant jet that has a bunch of padding in it that can fly these big parabolic arcs like this, and they can do true weightlessness. It's actual weightlessness. So NASA contracts this to do astronaut training. Movies contract this all the time just to do that stuff, and then a bunch of celebrities experiment with it too. I was like, that is exactly what I need. There's a problem though. Well, there's a few problems. The first one is they call this the vomit comet because the human body is not very good at being weightless. It's not something it was really designed to experience. So a lot of people puke, but you can get over that. Not too big a problem. The next problem is mostly for production companies or really, really rich people. Production companies, maybe I can get by. I don't have a production company, but when you think about it, what is a production company? It's some people with cameras and a business license stuff. I got a business license, I got cameras, so that one seems solvable. The last one was money. Money is always a problem for every project that I'm working on, so I solve it the same way you solve any big money problem. I cut costs for a while. I like just didn't buy anything. It took about 6 months, but I saved up and I could afford it. The problem was though, you can't just walk in and say you're a production company with one person with a cheap camera like I'm using for this video. You gotta have something more than that. So I started calling friends. One of these friends that I contacted was my friend Matt Cole. Matt Cole is someone I've done a few bucket list items with. He's a totally rad guy. When I was talking to him about this general idea, he was really intrigued and he said something that really resonated with me. He said, you can only live as big as you can think. You can only live as big as you can think. And I was like, that, Matt, is brilliant. He said it with a total straight face, which made me laugh too. So I told him about this particular plan of faking being a production company, going to Zero G, this company that's contracted by NASA, and filming some stuff that way. And he's like, I'm in, just count me up, where do I sign? So we got started. We showed up, we told them we were a production company. They did not care at all, they just wanted our money. We paid them their money and they totally let us go on and do astronaut training. So we went through a quick briefing and then like all the normal flights, we had to go through security. We had a flight attendant who told us the rules, not to like line up in front of the bathroom because there wasn't a bathroom. Get on the plane, to be honest, both Matt and I were a little bit nervous. We didn't know what to expect and we took off. So what does weightlessness feel like? Well, first of all, it's ridiculously fun.
It's so weird.
It is ridiculous. It's very hard to explain. It is not like a roller coaster. You don't feel anything in your stomach. Instead, it's more like swimming, except for with water, you have resistance. With air, you have no resistance. So basically, you swim around but don't get anywhere. So after we had spent a little bit of time getting used to it, we took it up a notch and we started playing with different objects. So we played with little pieces of gum and with water, which were floating around. It was exactly like the movies. It was exactly the experience they were looking for. Ridiculously cool, really, really fun, and just strange. I've been fortunate enough to be able to experience a lot of really cool things in my life, but astronaut training and experience true weightlessness, that is by far the coolest thing that I've ever done. Totally, totally rad. So is there some big takeaway or something? I don't know. What do you want from me? This isn't Barney or like Lamb Chops Play Along. Is that what it's called? It's a Canadian show, I think. Oh, wait, yeah. No, there is kind of a takeaway with this. It's what Matt said. You can only live as big as you can think. It's something I've been thinking about a lot lately. It's something that's really impacted my life after I heard Matt say it. That's your takeaway from this video. think about that for the rest of the day. You can only live as big as you think. And go out, get on an adventure, go do something awesome.